Hey, welcome to the Midships YouTube channel. I'm your Captain Corey. Today we're going to go over all the cruise news that you need to know for your next vacation. We're going to start talking about Disney Cruise Line. The Mouse has set sail again from Florida. After that, we're going to talk about Norwegian Cruise Line versus the state of Florida. The Battle of Titans is still on. And do you have a Royal Caribbean cruise booked? You might want to hold on to the end of this episode. We're going to tell you something that's new in your Royal Caribbean cruise app. And have you ever wondered how much it costs to just sit all your cruise ships empty? We're going to give you the dollar figures for two of the largest cruise lines in the U.S. Let's get started with this story from the Orlando Weekly about Disney Cruise Line. This article is written by Alex Galbraith, and as always, all of the articles we use in our videos will be linked below in the comments section. So check that out. Make sure you go ahead and read the full article. Disney Cruise Line sets sail from Port Canaveral for the first time since the pandemic shutdown, Tuesday, August 10th, 2021. The first Disney cruise ship to set sail from Florida in over 500 days left Port Canaveral yesterday. The Disney Dream sailed out for the Bahamas, carrying a reduced load of passengers after successfully completing a test sailing last month. It is the first Disney cruise ship to set sail from the U.S. since cruising was halted for the coronavirus pandemic. I'm going to actually show you, there's a video from the Canaveral Port Authority's Facebook page that shows the Disney Dream steaming out last night. Beautiful, beautiful. She was blowing her signature horn. It plays a song, if you didn't already know that. It's I think it's from Cinderella. So I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear the audio, but I'll try to put that in here. But we'll watch this the Disney Dream sailing out of Port Canaveral as I continue reading this article. In a video shared by Port Canaveral, the ship can be heard blowing a horn that plays "A Dream is a Wish Your Heart Makes" from Cinderella. The cruise line has faced several setbacks in getting back to business, including a test sailing that was delayed after several cruise members had tested positive for the coronavirus. COVID-19 is still raging across Florida, and state politicians have blocked the ability of cruise lines to require proof of vaccination from guests. That is only somewhat true. There is a court case that's currently in the works on that. We're going to touch on that next. Cruise companies have responded by making unvaccinated guests take and pay for regular tests and barring them from certain ship activities. At the same time, Norwegian Cruise Lines recently won the ability to ask for proof of vaccination in court. The Disney Dream is requiring regular COVID tests and making all passengers wear face masks while indoors. So that is your update on Disney Cruise Line and the Disney Dream, which is currently on a revenue-based cruise. So congratulations to Disney for getting everything back up in action. Now let's keep things down here in Florida. We're going to talk about the beef going on between Norwegian Cruise Lines and the state of Florida. We have an article from USA Today. This article is entitled "Judge Sides with Norwegian Allows Cruise Lines to Ask for COVID-19 Vaccination Proof in Florida for Now." This article was written by Morgan Hines, published on August 9th, 2021. Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings will be allowed to require passengers to present proof of COVID-19 vaccination when they board cruises departing from Florida, at least for now. Late Sunday, the parent company of Norwegian Cruise Lines, Regent Seven Seas Cruises and Oceania Cruises, was granted a preliminary injunction by U.S. District Judge Kathleen Williams, temporarily blocking Florida's law that bans cruise companies for asking for proof of a COVID-19 vaccine to board. We have a quote here. "This order will now allow the company to operate in the safest way possible with 100% vaccination of all guests and crew when sailing from Florida ports," the cruise company said in a news release issued late Sunday. Norwegian Cruise Line's Norwegian Gem ship is scheduled to depart from Miami on August 15th. The cruise line hasn't sailed from Florida since the cruise industry shut down in March of 2020. But it resumed operations last month with a sailing in Greece. So we now have that information. Currently, as it stands right now, Norwegian Cruise Line will be sailing fully vaccinated here out of Florida. So if you have a Norwegian cruise and you are not fully vaccinated and it's in the month of at least August, you're probably not going to make it on your cruise. Now, if you are unvaccinated and you still wish to cruise in Florida, there may be some good news for you. We just don't know. We have an article out of ABC7, My Suncoast, entitled Florida to Appeal Cruise Line's Court Victory on Vaccine Passports, which is what a lot of people are calling these orders to say you have to be vaccinated to get into this business or partake of this service. A lot of people are calling them by this popular name, Vaccine Passport. This article is by the News Service of Florida, published August 10th. Tallahassee. Governor Ron DeSantis' administration plans to appeal a federal judge's ruling that sided with Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings in a constitutional challenge to Florida's ban on the so-called vaccine passports. A DeSantis spokeswoman, Christine Prushaw, said Monday that the administration disagrees with the ruling set forth on Sunday by U.S. District Judge Kathleen Williams and will take the case to the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals. That Court of Appeals is actually up in Atlanta, Georgia. They have been included in a couple of the cruise cases lately, and so it looks like we're going to go back to that court again. Williams backed Norwegian Cruise Line's argument that vaccine passports ban violates the First Amendment and what is known as the Dormant Commerce Clause of the U.S. Constitution. She issued an injunction against the state law that would prevent Norwegian from requiring documentation that cruise passengers have been vaccinated against COVID-19. Pushaw gives us a quote here. This is the spokeswoman from Ron DeSantis, who wants the vaccine passports to be outlawed. The quote is, "A prohibition on vaccine passports does not even implicate, let alone violate anyone's speech rights, and it furthers the substantial local interests of preventing discrimination amongst customers based on private health information." So what do you guys think? Leave me a comment below. Are you in support of these vaccine mandates? Are you in support of this vaccine passport? What are your thoughts? Do you think a fully vaccinated cruise is definitely safer and should be the only way to travel? Or should we actually let our brothers and sisters who aren't vaccinated come and enjoy all the benefits of cruising as well? Comment below. While you're down there, I know most of you watching have not yet subscribed to the Midships channel. If you don't want to miss content like this pushed out almost every single day, give us a subscribe and hit the like button while you're down there. It doesn't cost you anything, and it really helps us with the algorithms. We're trying to grow this channel, and it would do so much for us if you could just give us a thumbs up. Now, we are going to talk about what I teased earlier about Royal Caribbean adding something new in their app for their smartphone. And this is an article from the RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com by author Matt Hochberg. And it says, spotted, Royal Caribbean cruise expected check-in dates added to application. We're not even going to really read this article. I'm just going to scroll down and give you the TLDR. Too long, didn't read. If you have a Royal Caribbean cruise booked in the next few months, you should download and install the Royal Caribbean app and add your cruise or log into your account on the app. Your cruise will come up and it will now give you an estimated check-in date here. If you look at the bottom of the homepage of the app, I know I have a Royal Caribbean cruise booked, and actually I just noticed this yesterday that my check-in date is now listed within the app. So if you want to know when to check in for your Royal Caribbean cruise, download the app and your check-in date may just be in there now. And we're going to go over to the last little bit of information here for today's Midships episode. We're going to look at an article on cruiseindustrynews.com that shares some of the money burning amounts that these cruise lines have had to go through over the last 12 to 16 months, just sitting idly by waiting for cruising to resume. So the article on Cruise Industry News is entitled, "The Big Three Cruise Corporations Continue to Burn Cash. Here's How Much." Carnival Corporation, Royal Caribbean Group, and Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings are still burning through cash as some ships emerge from layup back into operations. Cash burn numbers may be up in the third quarter, with added costs to reactivate ships, needed maintenance, potential dry docks, procurement, getting crew back, and more. And this is true. I know Carnival is going through a huge repaint on the outside of all of their ships. They're going to the Mardi Gras paint scheme with that beautiful blue accent up front and the red and the white stripes. So they're going through a lot of dry docks right now. Royal is doing their Royal amplification on their ships. So it's definitely, there's some spend involved. And the king of spenders right now is Carnival Cruise Lines. Carnival Corporation, the company's cash burn for the first half of 2021 was $500 million per month, which was better than a previous forecast of $550 million monthly. The improvement was mainly due to the timing of cash received from ship sales just before the end of the second quarter. Royal Caribbean Group reported its average monthly cash burn rate for the second quarter of 2021 at approximately $330 million per month, slightly higher than their prior quarter as the company returns additional ships into operation. You got to understand, these companies are burning money to get these ships ready to go. They're sitting out in the ocean for 12 months does not do great things for ships. And so we've got rust we're looking at. We've got dust that we have to clean up. We've got staff we have to train up. We have to go through these test cruises. So there is money burning right now. And luckily for these companies, people are booking cruises. We've seen Norwegan Cruise Lines recently reported their new bookings are up almost 40% or more. So thankfully, there is a hunger for this. All of us want to get back out on the high seas. I know personally, I've got 4 cruises booked right now. How many do you have booked? I'd be very curious to know below. That's going to wrap up today's news for Midships. If you want to read these articles in their entirety, as always, they are linked down below this video. Please leave a comment, subscribe to the Midships channel, and until next time, we'll see you on the Midships.